Hello in TV land. This is your boy Freelancer Joe here with for Drinks with Joe. Drinks with Joe, you say, but Freelancer Joe, this is not the typical Freelancer Joe format. And you would be correct. That is because, as the Japanese would say, hitotsu, which is first, Freelancer Joe's face has been breaking out. And I don't want to expose you to that in high definition 60 FPS glory. I mean, even with blemishes. I'm a monster, don't look at me. No, I'm still pretty darn good looking. Extremely good looking. The best good looking. But it's a distraction. So we'll go with this particular setup, which is, it's still pretty high resolution, but because of the lighting, I'm kind of, what's the term? When I say glowing, I am glowing. I'm always glowing, but I'm glowing even more so. And then futatsu, as the Japanese would say. Secondly, I had been working on the package upgrade, and kind of in the middle of it right now. I'm not entirely sure I'll finish it, but don't like leaving those things unresolved. You know, it's the mindset where, you know, once you're on something, just kind of get it done. Especially if you've been dragging your feet about picking it up, and I've been dragging my feet on doing this upgrade for quite some time. But since it is still Drinks with Joe, albeit a special episode, let's go ahead and pour the drink. So how y'all doing today? It's gorgeous, gorgeous Saturday. So nice. Sky's clear, nice and blue. Temperature's perfect. Ended up actually opening up the apartment windows, kind of air out the place. Want to get that done before it gets really cold. Hopefully we'll have like a month, at least a month, before it gets to that. I hope the weather is fine and nice wherever you are at, whatever you are doing, whenever you're watching this. In fact, I actually hope that the weather is always nice, no matter if you're not watching this, if you're watching this or not. So let's go ahead. Well, it is rather unfortunate that you're not going to have the Drinks with Joe soundtrack. I mean, I could add it in post-editing. I don't know. That's a lot of work. And it's a beautiful Saturday, and I've been taking it easy. Other than trying to do this stupid package upgrade. I say stupid because it hasn't gone as smoothly as I hope it should have been going. Okay, so... And also, I'm still going to try and do a week in review, because if I want to know where if I want to control where I'm going, it helps to know where I've been. Paraphrasing, I don't have that saying kind of laid out in stone just yet, but I mean, you get the basic gist of it. Whether you want to figure out where you're going or you want to go in a certain direction, you know, it helps to know where you've been. And if you've been paying attention, if you've been even watching the videos, you'll know that I've been working on this sidebar template. And this is the project that I've decided to go ahead and attempt the upgrade on. As part of the review process, I mean, technically speaking, that sidebar is probably one of the last, this template was one of the last things I should have done. There are other things that were much higher priority. I have been dragging my feet, to be completely and bluntly honest. Definitely a lack of forward momentum. I mean, I've reached a nice, comfortable state where I'm producing content and I'm doing little bits of work. But therein lies the problem. It's a comfortable state. And to move on to the next step, I have to push myself out of the comfortable state. I mean, I could spend forever just tweaking these templates and changing the formats and updating packages. and playing around with Amazon Web Services, but yeah, at some point you gotta take that step forward, and still haven't done it yet. Haven't gotten back in contact with Bell Music School. Haven't reached out to perhaps my other potential client that I know of. I haven't done it. I haven't even pushed my updated website out yet with the contact form. Although, to be fair, for that one, I was waiting until I figured out the package update. So, that's another big reason why I need to get this package update done. So, let's see. What is... So, I was continually doing the update and rerunning the install script, and as you can see, I don't specify any versions in this script. So, in theory, it should always pull the latest one, but it had not been pulling the latest one. So finally, I blew away my package.json because npm was locking into those versions, and then reran the script, and I finally got the latest versions of Material UI to install, which, as you can see, let me see, at Material. Alright, I thought it was Material. 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 I'm pretty sure I spelled that right. Well, that's interesting. Material UI is not. Oh. No, that can't be right. Did it? It did not disappear on me. I know I saw it. At AWS Amplify. Icons. I know I... Oh, it's package lock. That's interesting. Where did it go? Where did it go? Did it disappear on me? Install. That's weird if it did disappear on me. Oh. I'm almost certain I saw it before. Let me see. So that's the freelancer stuff. I just spent time on the template, spinning in the hamster wheel. Which, as it turns out, might not have been such a bad thing. Because work has come up. Not freelancer work, but actual paid work for now. I've been at my current employer for a number of years, and at the current project for at least 2 or 3 years. And I can stay on it, but most of the rest of the people from my company that work on that project might not be there within the next few months. And my company does have, let's see, did it put in? No. Does have the need for somebody with my skills in other locations. So yeah, see there, we got the 3. That's fine. Okay, pull it out of the dev. All right. So I think when I ran this last command, it must have audit fix. It must have removed them all, or update Webpack Clean must have removed it all. But the problem is, if I start this up now, So it has at Babel. It has at Babel 7, right? But as you can see in my package.json, I also use Babel 6, and there's a compatibility issue there. So what I really need to do is do a complete reinstall almost. Alright, I'm getting rid of you. And I'm getting rid of you. And let's see. Let me see here. Yeah, so this is where I learned about the error. I had seen it before, but, well, I had seen the particular cause of that issue before, but I had not seen the particular error I saw, which was plugin preset files not allowed to export, blah, 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 blah. So this is basically Babel preset React is complaining. Okay. So what I want to look at is at Babel, npm. I want to see the command for installing Babel. Not the command, but, well, is it the command? I'm not sure if it's the command. So my install script says install Webpack. Okay, so that should be fine. And then it does this, which I broke down into one line. It said Babel loader, Babel core, Babel runtime. Babel preset env, probably Babel React, right? Yeah. Alright. So I need to only install the latest versions because they changed the signature URI, right? 21 hours ago. That's not a good sign. So instead of Babel-core, it should be at Babel/core. Presumably Babel runtime's the same too. Should I look at the repo or the home page? Choose your tool. Prototyping, blah blah blah. Webpack. Area Babel/core. Oh, neato. Oh wait, my frameworks, test frameworks, utilities, languages, plug. Alright. So it says I still need Babel loader though. That's interesting. I do have the Babel RC. Oh, gotta change that too. Okay. Alright. So we've got, so we still need the Babel loader. Alright. How about Babel/runtime? Yeah, I'm just Yep, okay, so at Babel slash okay. At Babel/runtime. Let's go look at this again. What was it saying? In the loader. Pretty certain I have the loader, right? Webpack. It should be common, right? Babel loader. Let's see. Loaders test, exclude known modules. Babel/loader. Okay, so that's good. We got Babel runtime, and I'm thinking I might also need. Okay, Babel preset env. Okay, so that changed too. That's at Babel. Babel slash preset env. Env, that's good. Dash env. I'm almost certain. Fe, not there, not here, not here. Just trying to make sure I don't use it in any other place. And we've got Babel at Babel dash slash preset React. Okay, so that too. At Babel. Now you'd think. Oh no, this is. I was gonna say you would think the dependencies would pull it in. Okay. Oh, so I'm gonna have to change my .babel too. Where did I find my .babel? Right here. Okay. Oh, so let's look at here. Well, not here. Here, not here. Oh, really? I moved off that page? That was not smart. Okay, here we go. Usage. Presets. Okay. So do I have that in my presets? Yeah, okay, I have env, so I need, I bet you I need this. And I'm also going to need it for React. And I might not need, what was it? It was preset React, okay. I might not even need the this object spread, because I think it might be N7. Okay, let's see. Babel plugin, transform object, rest spread. Well, that's a big one. But I think it's going to be at Babel. Kind of weird that you still have to include. At least it follows a nice format though. At Babel slash the thing. Dig that. Dig that. See. So we're not going to use that. Actually, you know what? Okay, so plugin. I think it's syntax. I can't tell if they obfuscated it or not, incorporated it, or if it's something entirely separate now. Alright, and we want to see this runtime transform. I don't know if it's necessary though. But before I do that search, we have to configure it in the plugin, like we did before. Let me see. And find the plugins in here. And and the other thing, the one last one, and I don't know if it's really needed. Sometimes it really does become a black box to me. I mean, these are the kinds of things where you just set it up once and it's like, yeah, whatever. Yeah. But I know there are people that just live for the minutia. The minutia. Yeah. So installation. And plugin inclusion, which right here, and that goes in right meow 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 meow. So that should take care of the Babel. Let's see if there's any other references to Babel. Comment, 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 comment. Comment, 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 chameleon. Oh, there we go. Okay, Babel Minify. This is the last reference. Let's see if this was upgraded for 7. No, it looks like that should work. Alright, so let's see if we can get it installed. Sudo. And while that's running, I can now continue on with my review. Oh yeah, so as I was saying, I might be a lone holdout on my current project within the next few months. And there are opportunities at other projects with my company. Places that could use somebody of my skill and stature. Talent, charisma, confidence, but that kind of really isn't that true of all places? I mean, tell me a place that couldn't use all of this. It doesn't make any sense. It's illogical. But of course, those opportunities are in, well, I mean, not far off locations, but in a different building. Different city too. And it doesn't sound, it's not that bad. Not like I have to move across state or something like that. But what is now a 20-minute commute could, depending on the project, I mean, it would be a 25-minute commute, or it could be an hour commute. So the real issue, at least from my freelancer content perspective, is simply that, you know, a longer commute disrupts my schedule and I have to change things around. For example, creating an episode daily probably just wouldn't work. I mean, it could. Your boy Freelancer Joe really does not like traffic. Dislikes traffic tremendously. I go into work ridiculously early so that I can avoid traffic. And that means I can get out of work early too to avoid traffic. Although I do avoid traffic, just not quite the same amount that I do in the morning. Because people wake up and drive around. But yeah, and if I go to one of these other places, I mean, I might have to knuckle up that instead of spending an hour commuting a day total, I might have to spend like an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours. So I don't know. I mean, as far as my episodes go, I could still release daily content. I would simply just have to, like say on a Saturday or Sunday, record multiple episodes. And since these episodes are only half an hour long and they kind of dovetail off of each other, I mean, it wouldn't be too bad. Although, unfortunately, I mean, if you paid attention to my previous videos, you noticed that I had the first 10 minutes or so with just talking about my day. And I really wouldn't do that if I was producing all the episodes on the same day. I could, um, and that would be an interesting approach. Uh, but yeah, I mean that's a big problem. And there's a much more larger problem. I'm aiming to get this to do this freelancer stuff so that I don't have to tie myself into having work as a full-time thing, you know, a 9 to 5. And if I do start a new project, that personally I would want to commit myself to at least a year because you know it takes effort to place somebody onto a project, and you know you don't want to go there and then like leave after 3 or 4 months because that's not professional. And freelancer Joe is, appearances notwithstanding, a professional. That's another thing, appearance wise. I'm not saying I dress like a bum when I go to work, um, but I think my boss he commented to me that they had been reviewing the employee handbook. Um, because what were they? They were updating something about some regulations, whatever, and they were looking over it. And he and one other person they had gone. They briefly glanced over the dress code section, and they went by it and like, yeah, Joe violates every single one of those. Every single one except for what was it? It was open-toed shoes. Was it open? No, I think it was sandals. I think open-toed shoes are okay because women have some shoes like that. But yeah, sandals. That's the only one I don't do. Freelance Joe before shoes. So I suggested to my boss just to save time, just to put a picture of me inside the handbook. Of course, I think they should always have a picture of me inside the handbook, just merely to show what a model employee looks like. And also, I have a model employee, and then of course I'd have a section for best employee, which would be me, and then a section for vital to the company, and that would be me. Um, but I find that to be tremendously funny, as did my boss actually. He's they kind of hmm, the dress code is more for covering their own bases kind of thing. I mean, they hire professionals. They treat us like professionals. You know, if you go to a client, you know, you dress suitably, and you know, if you're in a back room somewhere, whatever, as long as you get the job done. And we are close to the 30-minute mark. I don't think this install is gonna finish, but yeah, this is kind of a low energy episode of Drinks with Joe. Um, it is a weighty issue. I mean, we have the lower velocity of my freelancer activities, the potential disruption, and of course, I'm not looking forward to. Oh, you hearing the doggies? Yeah, yeah. I actually ran into one of the neighbors. There are two of them. Yesterday. Oh, and apologies about not having any color commentary for my Gaming with Joe episode yesterday. I, I did my usual thing. I test first, I make sure that it records, and then I repeat and play again. But for whatever reason, it just did not record my audio. And I had a nice spiel. But so I met the neighbor, one of the two, and you know he was very friendly, very apologetic about the excitability of the doggies. They're kind of settling down now. I mean, they're still a little rambunctious, but and they've been quiet most of the day. But that's probably because the neighbors were here, so they don't bark as much. I think they'll settle down eventually. You have to be understanding. Seems like a cool guy though. Anybody who has two dogs got to be pretty cool. Except for me, I don't have dogs, but I'm still pretty cool. The coolest ice. And we are at the 30-minute mark, and it's not going to finish in time. So I'm going to go through this entire process. Now I'm sure NPM guys will be like, well, why don't you just update this particular file and blah 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 blah, the package JSON, and I don't, because I want to use this install script because I want to use this in my templates. So I need to make sure that the install script works fine, and then everything goes off of that. But past the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap this up for now. Thank you for joining me. Apologies for yesterday's lack of commentary, and thanks for bearing with me for today's special episode, not following my standard format, and for understanding that there's not going to be a meme, because there's no intermission on this particular episode. But thanks for everything, and thanks for your continued viewership. I hope that you will join me again soon, possibly even as quickly as tomorrow, and that in the meantime that you take care and God bless.